Hey everyone, happy 420, happy Easter, whichever one you celebrate. This is the Boo Shakalaka Podcast. I am Tiffany with Pierre.
I'm a good Christian. I have nothing to say to that. Because you picked the right time to front your foolishness and all my friends, fans, family, and folks at home. The absolute nerve. I'm a teacher and a mentor. Talking all that foolishness.
You know I don't know what this is from.
Because you are a freaking homophobe. That's why you don't know.
I'm a homophobe?
That was Alyssa.
I'm a homophobe?
Yes, that was a drag queen, and you don't know it.
Then you're a heterophobe, for sure. I mean, we all have found that out. But guys, we're here, not for Drag Race, even though congrats to Anya Nerve. I'm so excited that they won Drag Race Season 17. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Congratulations. You weren't rooting for Anya?
Anyway.
You weren't rooting for... Who were you rooting for? To my knowledge, you weren't even watching it.
Get away from me. Why don't you introduce what we're here for? Because we're not here for Drag Race. We're here to get dragged through the woods.
But I will check you on your bias. Okay, we were rooting for the Black Queen from Cleveland. Okay, but Anya, we're here to get dragged through a different type of woods, and we're going to be joined by a special guest today. Jaela, welcome to the Boo Shakalaka Podcast. How are you?
Boosh. Hi, I'm good. I finally have a Sunday free.
That's why, things transpired the way they did with us. I think she's my busiest friend.
Yeah, the A to Z app keeps me busy.
Yeah, but she'll be busy, and then I'll get on Instagram. She's like, "Well, I had 12 hours off. I'm in Disneyland for the day." I'm like, "Wait, what?" So
yeah.
A beautiful.
But guys, let's chat about Cabin in the Woods on this lovely 420 Happy Easter Sunday. Let's chat about it, Pierre.
We start this movie off actually at I don't know if I want to call her a factory or a corporation. Hell, the Raccoon City. And the workers are talking about something that they have to do. We don't get any context. It's like, oh, there's something, they're placing bets. It's just very vague. Then we're introduced to our main cast. Dana, Kurt, Jules, and Marty. Boom! And
one more.
And well, Holden, they're trying to hook the couple, Kurt and Jules, are trying to hook Dana up with Marty, even though she was sleeping with her college professor and everybody's okay with it.
Who was sleeping with her college professor?
Dana.
You didn't see that in the beginning? The picture she drew?
I guess. Oh, that's what that was. Okay, yeah. I was kind of zoning in and out. I didn't know what was going on because
a friend was like, reported. She was like, I knew what I was getting into. No, you didn't. That's power imbalance, baby. No, you didn't.
I was blinded by the male beauty and not by the female beauty in this movie.
Male beauty.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
What?
If Chris Hemsworth floats your boat, that's great.
Chris Hemsworth is attractive. I don't care what you say.
In this movie.
Y'all Americanized Chris Hemsworth. See, y'all being nationalists. But
wait.
Because I was like, what is this American accent?
Well, this was his first American movie. He did this right before he started to do Justice League or whatever the hell he's in. What is it?
We're gonna get canceled. Thor. What the?
Oh, Avengers, Thor, all that stuff. Marvel.
Yeah.
Marvel. Okay.
Justice League.
It's okay.
What do you mean? So let's take those two guys compared to the two women leads by miles. They look miles better. Anyway, that's what I was looking at. Maybe it's been a while. It has been a while, but let's move on. And Marty is our happy 420. So the how we would describe these people. Dana is our good girl.
Virgin.
Is our good girl. Good virginal.
Virginal.
She's
the Velma. She's the Velma.
All she needed was glasses, right? All she needed was glasses. And Jules.
She's the Velma.
Jules is
Daphne.
Pretty smart girl, but
yeah, she's
not
smart.
dumb.
That's
she's not an airhead.
Yeah, she's a pre-med. Yeah.
and then we have Kurt, who's a jock but also smart. So they got double roles going on here.
Majoring in sociology. So he's
Holden,
conscious.
who is passing, and
Don't do that. He is not
smart.
Passing. He is not passing.
And then Marty smart? I don't know at this point. Was Marty somebody's cousin?
No, he's just their friend, but he's like their stoner friend. Again, he wouldn't be hanging out with them.
I don't think so.
No,
if they're all supposed to be smart, he's not that. He may be like blunt, like that blunt friend who's just like honest and stuff, but always smoking weed. Yeah.
But they're dumb because they're taking an RV to the cabin in the woods. I would take an RV to a beach. Like, why am I get out of house to go into another house?
And it's not even a good RV. That's what I kept looking at. It's just not even a cute one.
They rented it. I mean, it doesn't look like they will own it. They kept talking about, I'm going back to my dorm room. I'm like, what you doing living in dorms?
Well, then whose apartment is that? They're leaving.
I guess the girls.
Oh, so maybe they have to stay at the dorms because they're athletes. Okay, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
So as they're leaving, there's this weird guy on the roof talking about, targets acquired. And I'm like, what is this movie? You need to be
so
high.
Confused the first time I saw it.
You need to be high to watch this movie because what the hell?
That's why we're doing this review for you today.
So look,
let's go. Let's hit the road.
So they hitting the road and they run. I'm not going to say maybe they don't run out of gas. Maybe they just get low on gas. And they go to the sketchiest gas station, house, cabin, look like something out of Wrong Turn.
You saw my mouth go wrong turn.
And the guy just being rude as hell. There's nowhere to even pay. I'm like, at this point, you might have should have gotten gas cans and put them in the RV.
I would think that they would have those in RV. I feel like they might have like a reserve well too. So you can not only fill up, but you have a reserve well because it can hold that amount of. That's why our cars don't have it because we can't hold that much more gas. But this is a movie.
So the gas station clerk, I don't know why I'm calling him that because he's literally at home. He calls Jules a whore. They almost scruffle with him. He's talking about, hey, yeah, make America great again. And they leave. And as they're
he knew 5 years before that the bullshit was about to commence.
As they're coming around the mountain, we see a hawk hit a wall. So it's like, what is going on with this movie? He hits some invisible wall and just he evaporates. And then back at the factory, we still we're getting a little bit more context. They got old boy from random movies as a security guard. Old boy.
He was a security guard?
Thetas. We ripped them. Thetas.
Well, I mean,
Thetas. How did you not know? Stop the yard.
Special agent. I don't know. I couldn't tell. He was just like guarding.
It was like training day or something.
He did say that this was his first gig with them. So he had no idea what was going on. He was just here to survey the premises, eat a donut or two and head home. That's why he was there. But yeah, the first time watching this, I was not interested because I was like, what the hell is going on? It took me like maybe 20 minutes to get interested in this movie. And it was not something I saw in the movie theaters because I think that the promotion and the rollout of promoting the film, I don't think it went well because nobody was talking about it. I saw this on
No, it didn't.
Netflix in the mail.
Okay.
Oh. Was it out back in the mail?
That's old.
Netflix in the mail. Yeah, it was.
2011?
Yes. Yes. I was doing Netflix in the mail in 2010. I remember it vividly. And I remember where I was living doing Netflix in the mail. I remember that. Like, it was either there or I went to the movie rental store to get it. Like, one of the two. That's how I saw that movie. But yeah, everything is being weird.
They get to the cabin. The minute they see the cabin, they like, this is your cousin's? Like, it don't even look like I'm not a camping person. So if I see some dingy shit like this, I'm going home.
Right. I'm just gonna go get in the RV.
No, let's go stay at a hotel and then go into the woods and then come back out the woods and go back to the hotel. I don't have time for this because it's just like, who's washing the sheets? Because they get all in here, everybody got a room, but everybody just get ready like, oh, we can just sleep on this?
How did the cabin like triple in size? That cabin was like, so was it just like long in the back? We just couldn't see how long it was in the back because it looked like
it's the corporation.
Exactly.
You're right. You're right. They're just making shit up. You're right.
Holden gets to his room, and there's this weird picture painting of them sacrificing some sort of goat, wolf, dog, sheep, and he removes it, and he realizes there's a two-way mirror. So he wrestles with telling Dana, "Hey, you about to take your top off in front of me," but he does eventually tell her before she gets too undressed, and they switch rooms, even though that's very weird, and nobody puts it back. So then she watches him undress, and we get to see that Jesse Williams is fine as hell for no reason. Like every speck was designed to be viewed, and everyone saw the footage from his play. So we already know.
Wait, he's been exposed?
You didn't? Oh,
yeah. He's in a play where he's naked. Yeah.
Well, look that up.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It matches. It's like,
it matches.
The carpet.
It's not good.
No, I mean it. Like if you look at him and you're like, well, you that fine, so of course, yeah.
He that fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heavy.
Is it
heavy?
Okay. Well, I'll take a gander. I'll take a gander as soon as we log off. Maybe even before.
You'll start with a gander, but it'll go to. It'll be about an hour before you drop it out. Yeah.
He's well proportioned.
I've seen a lot. I don't think I would last that long. I would be like, oh, okay, nice. Moving on.
Yeah, we
forgot. But our group, I do like that the group is having fun. They all go out, shut up, and swim in the lake. Something that I would never do because I don't know what's down there. I can't see. I love swimming. I love going to the beach, but to the point where I can't see. No, not in the lake. Never do that. Never do that. Then we go back to the lab again. This is your lab. This is when we know what's going on.
Yeah, because they're placing bets on basically how these kids are going to die. They're even talking about they introduced some chemicals into Jules's hair dye to make her dumber.
X.
To make her dumber. So it's like they're just like they're at this point they're manipulating these kids, which is it's like why are they doing it now? So now you know everything. Like they're setting these kids up to die somehow, but there's no why.
This is the movie for me where it's like, shut up. We're debunking all of what you know. Like, because I'm gonna be like, why'd you want in this room? They're gonna be like, oh, we did this. That's why they ran in the room. And this movie angered me because I was like, but then again, it's like it makes sense. This movie makes sense.
It's funny. The movie made me think about my work, my job. When they're betting on stuff, I'm like, yeah, this is how we make decisions at work. This is how. But you get your packages though. Just say that. Let's just do that.
Wow.
You might. This is how we make. And it might say delivered yesterday, and I still got it. And then I'm gonna text y'all, and y'all gonna be like, "Oh, wait 48 hours. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I get it."
And we might have a whiteboard with some lines drawn on it, making decisions. But you got your packages.
Okay. You know what? You're right.
My Lord. For some reason, the basement door blows up, and here they go with the bullshit. Oh, maybe it was the wind from underground. But the basement is below the house. What wind?
And this is, and Marty's like, no, I don't think this is a good idea. But they start pumping in.
They walk their asses in the basement, and they walk their asses in the basement. And because this is a certain demographic of people, they decide to just start touching shit. Like we in a basement that ain't ours, but we gonna start touching every damn thing.
Dirty, filthy, dusty, cobwebs, sticky, ugly.
Touching shit. They don't know whose semen is all over the shit. And everybody picks up an object. Kurt picks up a Rubik's globe.
Rubik's globe. It was giving Hellraiser. I was going to say Pinraiser.
Yeah.
Pinhead and Hellraiser. But I will say, when we got a close-up of him a little later in the movie, he was kind of fine.
Who? Oh, don't do that.
The guy with the blade
in
his head. Yes, ma'am.
Not with the razor through his head. Okay. Well, I guess.
Ooh, chop me up, baby.
The bar is in hell.
I told you. Look. Okay, I'm going to calm down.
Jules grabs this necklace she's about to put on. Dana grabs a diary. Kurt is about to blow a conch shell. Holden. What the hell is... What is Holden?
I don't
Maybe
remember.
Holden has a Rubik's
The
Cube.
music box? No.
That's Holden. Holden sees the music back because it's a ballerina. And I was like, why is
Yeah.
this interesting to him? Everybody about to do it. And this is when the factory workers are like, oh God, here we go. Here go Dana. Oh, it's a journal. So she just started reading the journal. And as she's reading the journal, they talking about torture. They talking about Mormonism. They talking about murder and rape. And here she goes.
Mormonism.
Oh, there's something in Latin. Let me read it out loud. Even though they say don't read that out loud.
Marty said no. Like, okay.
Oh yeah, it was only Marty.
We got to start slapping things out of people's hands. If I'm in a basement with you three and you start reading, like, bitch, you can't read in your head. I don't want to hear that. I didn't want slap. I'm slapping. I feel like slapping somebody today. Like, I'm knocking something out of your hand. We're not doing this. Like,
Ide do a
but we did.
machinash. And
But we did.
The minute she reads it, boom, the bed is won. So they're apparently redneck zombies that raised from the dead.
The
you know,
Buckners.
Jedediah and them. And
it was Jedediah, Matthew, and Patience. But
yes, so they rise from the dirt and they coming towards the cabin. The factory workers celebrate because maintenance won the bet. Maintenance and then some random worker bet for them. So they have to split the pot. And you know, one guy's like he wants to see the merman, all this kind of stuff. Whatever. It's time for showtime. He ended up playing the dumbest game of truth or dare I've ever seen in my life. And this is when Marty, with all his weed and glory, starts noticing that things are off. He's like, wait a minute. Why is Jules acting like a dumb bimbo? When did Kurt start acting like this alpha male? What did he call Jesse Williams? What did he call Holden?
When did he start acting black? The day Beyonce turned black.
Oh my God. So he's just noticing things. He's like, wait a minute, something ain't right. Puppeteers. He's just spouting nonsense. But because he's high and because he's the high friend, no one takes him seriously because he's always saying some dumb shit.
Just really quick. I would just appreciate it. Jules's dance.
Oh God.
In front of the fire.
I didn't want to talk about it because there was nothing going on.
It actually turned me off.
Like I was like, I guess this is what they turned on.
So uncomfortable.
This is what white men when they say, "Ooh, I like an ass."
When I thought to myself, is this what it's like in a white strip club?
Yes. Oh yeah. You've never been. Yes.
Hair
do they clap? Like, I mean, nothing was clapping, nothing was moving.
It's a lot of grinding, touching, hair tossing. Yeah, it's
okay, very interesting. Very interesting.
It's like it's like a little White Snake video. Yeah.
Okay, so it like literally is showgirls.
Girl. Wow.
Depends on the city. Yeah.
Nothing was moving. Nothing was jiggling.
Okay. All right, that's all I wanted to talk about. But yeah, Kurt and Jules.
Her hair moved.
Now. Bend and snap.
Her hair moved.
So she do a strip tease and we get to see some titties. And I don't understand. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Sex in the Woods don't turn me on. Because I'm like, why are they about to have sex in the woods? And then she the only one naked. He fully clothed. So
sex is a comfortability factor for me. I need to be comfortable.
Well, they were on some moss.
Okay.
So they
moss in your butt crack does not sound fun.
It's not.
They about
wait a minute. It's not. You know?
Not saying. I'm not speaking from experience. Okay. I'm just saying, as a person who grew up in Savannah.
Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't. That wouldn't even be fun to step in. Ew.
But I have a couple of friends who do have experience in that. You know.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tell them to write a little story about it. I'd love to read it.
Gotcha.
They start having sex. For some reason, Jules loses all inhibition, and she decides to like rub her hand on the moss. I didn't understand this part because, like, what are you doing?
Sex on the moss.
Dana is reaching her hand, rubbing on the moss.
That's actually a pretty good book.
Sex on the Moss. Is that one of the, is that a Quan Mills book? I fell in love with the alien with the BBL.
I just want to know where it comes from with Quan. That's all.
His nightmares. It's got to be his nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be moss sex.
No, it just irritates me. So she reaches her hand out to rub on the moss, and then bow, she gets stabbed. So we in it now. So I'm glad he was kind enough to take the knife out of her hand. I thought he was just gonna leave it there and kill her. So she's been stabbed. Kurt goes and tackles the guy because he plays football, so that's what he has to do instead of punching him, kicking him, beating him with something. Whatever. So they try to fight him off, but then the other zombie comes and he holds him while they take his naked girlfriend and slit her throat with a, what was that? A saw? Just a saw? Looked like old dingy rusty saw too, so she got tetanus.
Yeah, it had to be holding. Oh, I mean, there's nothing forming in her body anymore. She's dead.
So
the disease is dead too.
Yeah. So because Marty has been freaking out and he wanted to give Holden and Dana time to make out, he steps outside. As he steps outside, we see Patience walking towards him. This is some scary shit because one thing about me, I'm gonna look behind me 30 times. You're not gonna get me. You will never catch me. I'm a gingerbread man. There's some look. I'm looking behind me right now. So yeah, you're not gonna. It's not gonna happen.
Wait, what's that behind you?
A steamer. So right before Patience can get to him, Kurt rams into him. I'm like, why are you tackling me? He's like, all right, we gotta run. The zombies are coming. And they run into the house. They lock it on up. I don't know why they thought that they wouldn't bust down the door. So yeah,
I love this part. Kurt is like, we should all stick together. We need to band together to get through this. And we click over to the lab and they're like, oh, hell no, pump some more juice in there. And he's like, you know what? Never mind. We can cover more ground if we split up.
But they don't. They all go in their rooms.
Screaming. The Buckner's busting and then they go in the rooms. That's why I'm like, damn, this is a big ass cabin. This cabin is huge.
So while Marty's in his room, he's like freaking out. They tell them to close the windows, but he don't put the curtain over the window or nothing. He ends up knocking over a lamp and he finds a camera. And he's like, what the hell? And the lab people are like, oh shit, we should pump some Thorazine in there. But then they're like, oh, don't worry about it. Jedediah on his way up over there. So they come pull him through the damn. Why it's so hard for me to say window. Pull him through the window, take him out into the hole, and you just hear stab, grab, cutting the hole in the ass. And then all hell breaks loose because they just start busting through the damn house. I don't understand where Kurt goes, but Dana and Holden, because the zombies
Maybe he goes to find the car keys because they do go to the RV now.
Okay, so yeah, but Dana and Holden, she gets attacked and he busts the not the rearview mirror, the two-way mirror, because I guess he could see her getting attacked. So they go into her room, they put the bed up against the door, and then they realize there's another
entrance.
Yeah, what do you call those things?
Trap door.
So they go into the trap door. She pulls the lamp. She's like, oh, it's empty. So they jump down in there. It's a torture chamber. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh my God, this is where they killed them. This is where we're going to die. Those were not words that I wanted to hear at this moment in time. So because they didn't put anything over the glass that they broke to get into the room, of course, the zombie finds his way down there. So they've been throwing this damn bear trap.
It definitely is a bear trap.
Because I'm like, how are you throwing a bear trap? But yeah, so he snatched Holden up, pull him up to the ceiling, and he's just choking him. Dana, help, do something. It said besides scream. So she stabs him with y'all know I don't know tools, crowbar in the eye. And so because he's a zombie, it does nothing. He still starts trying to strangle him. So she gets a knife and just start stabbing him. His black blood was making me very ill. I was eating while I was watching this. So
why would you eat watching this movie?
I forgot all this stuff. So I guess Holden is okay, even though he's been stabbed in the back with a bear trap.
Well, I mean, I guess you got to think the knives, they're not.
So that was my point too. That was my he's still walking, huh? Okay.
They're not, and it was like right around his back, no arteries or anything. It wasn't hitting anything. I mean, I guess I'm gonna go with adrenaline pumping because I got a point to make it towards the end of this movie about adrenaline.
Okay,
but Kurt busts in like the Kool-Aid man and gets them out of there. He's like, "I got the RV running. Let's go, guys!" And they run out, and we go back to the lab, and we see that the the cute little ladies of Japan have diminished their evil monster by singing this cute little song. I don't know any Japanese song. Only song I know is from Three Ninjas Kickback, where they're like baka.
Oh, just sing an anime
baka,
song.
Baka, busa. And they turn their ghost into a little frog. And the girls are like, "Yay, we did it!" They were so cute. And we see them in the lab, and they're in trouble.
Yeah.
Because apparently the American site is humanity's last hope because Japan did what they had to do. My question is, are all of these rituals held on the same damn day every year?
Allegedly.
Ooh.
Okay, but I guess we got to make for time because, Japan is what, like 12, 13 hours before, So no, that's the next day, baby. Hold on now. Hold on. Loophole.
I think so because he said next year.
Okay, so it's all held. That's a lot for one day. This is the Super Bowl.
Because why can't y'all all get it done? Why is every country failing?
Right. Do we need to pull somebody in from here to come help y'all? Because y'all
not
dumb?
that hard to kill 5 people.
Apparently it is. But they try to leave in the RV and they're driving and we see everybody scrambling at the American site because they forgot to blow up the damn tunnel. So I was so mad. I was really counting on them. I was rooting for them.
They get almost to the tunnel and then I guess, I don't know, the lead factory worker guy, he flips some wires and then it starts blowing up and they reverse. I would have died. I cannot reverse. The way he reversed in
I would have been on the
straight line.
In the wall. In the side of the wall.
Straight line? I was like,
I would have been in the side of the wall.
An RV too? Ooh. Please.
I agree. Ooh. I agree.
But they make it.
This next part made me really sad watching this the first time.
I laughed.
Oh,
I laughed. I'm sorry. I laughed. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You hate Thor.
The tunnel has blown out, and they're like, "Oh, it's right there. It's just like a little. It's not no damn right there. It's like a whole gap."
It's the Springfield Gorge.
The ravine.
Hello. So Kurt's like, "Well, I got my motorcycle on the back. I can jump it. I've jumped farther things than this." Now he is a white man, so he probably has, and he fears nothing except the black person crossing the street next to him. So he decides to rev up his motorcycle, and he goes, he gets back. Everybody's like, "Be safe. Do your thing, cuz."
It was his speech, though. That's what made me laugh. He gave this very long-hearted speech about, "I'm going to do this. I'm going to save that. I'm going to come back for you all. I'm going to get back for Jules." And he does this long, beautiful arch, launch off.
What's so funny is, do you know how long it would have taken him to get back to them? Because he would have had to jump the gorge, drive all the way back to town, tell police, make police believe him, come all the way back. Then they would have had to get the construction crew to get all the boulders out. They would have died of starvation.
Oh, wow.
But remember, he said he would have got back by any means necessary.
I think he would have saved them. I think he would have saved, but that was his hero. It was in his hero contract as a part of the lab. Okay. They did that for him. But guess what, guys?
He goes over. You hear like the Evel Knievel music. Bam! He slams into the same invisible wall that the hawk
you know why I think it affected me, because I think I might have looked away when you saw the bird fly into the force field the first time I watched it. So I didn't know that was there. And then when it happened, I was like, "Oh my God!" This is one of those movies you can't look away because something is going to tell you what's going on. I think that's what happened.
And then they make you watch his body tumble down into the
like
it just keeps. So at this point, Dana like, "Oh my God, Marty was right, puppeteers." So they get back in the van and they just start driving and holding like, "Look, we're just gonna drive. We're just gonna drive. We'll drive through the forest. We'll just keep driving and driving and driving until we reach somebody." And I'm like, "Well, it sounds good, but sir, gas." So he it's like every time somebody like gives hope, it ends. Because the minute he's done with his speech, grab in the neck. And I'm like, when did you even get on the fucking van? Like
it was his Deep Blue Sea moment.
I never saw it.
It's added.
I don't like Ocean Life.
Added to the list.
I don't like
Ocean Life. You're gonna have so much to say.
I don't like Ocean Life, so I haven't seen Jaws. None of that. I don't like Ocean. The ocean scares me. I feel like those are the real aliens, and I feel like the farther you go,
have you ever seen Orca? Orca used to be one of my favorite movies when I was a kid.
You made that up. The only sea life I've ever seen is
Free
Lake
Willy?
Placid. No, Lake Placid and Zombievers. That's it.
You never seen Free Willy?
Mm-mm. I'm gonna watch no queer play with no dolphin. I'm sorry. What is Free Willy?
He's an orca whale.
Oh yeah, no. Killer whale. That's the
Oh,
thing.
honey. You suck. You're not from the 90s. You're a 90s baby, not a 90s.
I
kid.
don't believe in sea creatures. They're evil. So yeah, no.
But you took your ass
dolphins,
over
yeah.
there. No. You took your ass over there and was rooting for the sea creatures from Black Panther too, huh? Yeah, you were.
No.
I saw the fan art.
I wasn't rooting for the mystics, but
the sirens.
So as he gets stabbed in the neck, they rear off into the damn lake. Like they literally fall into the lake and boom, everybody dead. So at the factory, they all cheering. They're all happy. Baby, but Dana said, how did she survive this? She said, you know what? I'm a white woman. I got more things to do in this world. And she manages to get out of the water. She at the pier of the lake. I didn't understand how she survived. Because no, there's no way. You would have had to open one of the doors in the RV. No. I don't understand how she survived.
But she does.
She does.
She get
but
on
not
the
for
pier
long
and
because Judah, his name is Judah, not Jedediah.
That sounds more Mormon though.
I'm in love with Judah.
Judah starts swinging his swinging her around.
So this was one of the most unrealistic parts. Like, I think he would have just killed her really quickly. I don't think he would have been playing with her. Yes. But he's beating her up, and like you said, the lab, they think that she's the only one alive. So I mean, he whoops her for a good 5 minutes while we get a bunch of dialogue with the people in the lab. But guess what? The red phone started ringing. Ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. Ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. Hello.
Upstairs.
He's like, what?
That's
No.
impossible.
She's the only one alive. Who? And we see him kicking Dana's ass even more, and then we see that bong telescope come out of nowhere, and the chain that Judah is using for his bear trap wraps around the bong, and Marty is able to pull him down, which I don't think would happen because he was a good 300 pounds at least. He was like, he was Judah.
Yeah, but 300 pounds, damn.
Was he fit, right?
He was Jason.
Mm.
So they push Judah in the water and they go running. And she's like, oh my God, you're alive. How did you survive? Da, da, da. We ain't got time for all that bullshit. Shut the fuck up and run. So he takes her down to where he went into the moss cellar. He done disemboweled one of the zombies. How? I don't know. Because he's like nothing but guts. I don't know how he did that to that man.
Adrenaline.
See.
Exactly. She's with me.
Adrenaline be helping everybody, but when you're in a damn bank robbery. Okay, so the because it didn't help to set it off, crew. The they get down there.
Well, she would have thrown them damn CDs out the window.
And Marty done figured it all out. He's like, oh, they're watching us. It's something going on. I've got the wires working, so I done messed up a bunch of stuff. So all of the mishaps that have been happening, like the tunnel, all that kind of stuff, has been because Marty been down there touching shit.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he been touching shit the right way. So he touched some more shit, and an elevator pops up. And they get on the elevator, and they go down.
Why didn't he take no weapons?
Mind you, they were in a whole torture chamber. They were in a whole torture chamber, and literally, but to be fair, they did have some buttons where they it made some electric pulse happen, and they dropped all the weapons the first time they were in there. So maybe.
Oh, but I mean, you got to be on the offense. Or is that the defense, Jaela?
What? I don't know what it is. It's just white people being stupid.
Wait. What's defense? What's offense? Who has the ball?
Offense. So offense has the ball.
And defense does not.
Huh?
Offense has the ball, and defense is defending it. Yes.
Okay, yeah, the defending.
So they should have been on. They should have been on offense.
What sport are we talking about, though?
I was thinking about football.
Okay, so yeah, football. Football, they're
saying,
defending their goal.
If they had a weapon, yes. So they should have been protect. Even though it's defending themselves, they should have been on the offense. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm so proud of you.
Jeez, you went through all kinds of mouth.
Well, I'm not currently dating my ex that was a very big sports fan. So out of sight, out of mind, baby.
Good, you need.
But I'm proud of you for what you did. I'm proud of you for what you did. Walk away with knowing.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
Date a
'Cause, I
movie
mean,
nerd
this-
next time. All right. So
Ooh, I would love to.
like the ooh.
We're in the elevator. I love this part. We're in the elevator, and the elevator starts to go down the hole, and we start to see all of the creatures that they mentioned before. We see the ballerina girl with teeth in her face. We see the blade guy that we see a couple of ghosts with the most. We see everything, and Dana sees the music. Well, she sees that music box or the pinhead guys. Yeah, and she's like his lament configuration box. That's what it's called. So she sees that and she's like, "Wait, this is all the stuff that we saw in the basement.
They made us
We
choose.
picked. They made us choose how we were going to die." And our security team sees them on the cameras and they're like, "Oh, they're in 3606. Get that one to come to the stop." It does. It does come to a stop. But why was there? Right, they sent one no limit soldier. Why was there only one?
Where they at? Where they at? So he goes to take care of them, and he's about to. He's like, they tell him like to kill both of them if he has to, but to take the virgin for sure. But they don't play all that. So because there was like that disemboweled zombie corpse thing was still on the floor, so it actually touches the guard, and he shoots at it. So they ram him and then knock him out, and they take the gun from him. They take a knife from him, and they leave him in there. And the zombie hand goes over, and I guess it chokes him to death. I don't know. Nobody cares. So now they're out.
Probably Doug finger in his nose. Yeah, but they're out. They're hiding. But they as soon as they round the corner, here come all the other security guards, and they kind of corner them into a room. Oops, it's the control panel room. Oops, there's one big button to open up all the to release all of the. Why is this a trope in movies? Why is there always one master core button to do everything we need to do?
Is that how it really is in factories? Like if you go to a dam, isn't there like a something that'll just make the dam?
But I feel like if you push the button, you have to probably put in a code or a fingerprint or something after. There are proper security. There's more security measures on my damn phone.
You ain't been to the Hoover Dam.
I have not been to the Hoover Dam. You're right. You're right. Let me. Hello. Leave a comment down below if you work at the Hoover Dam and let us know if it's just one button to just destroy the entire Hoover Dam. Let us know.
It just says.
She pushes.
It just says main button.
Yeah.
Like in Undercover Brother, he's like atomic core overload. Like,
yeah.
But they pushed the button.
This was
and it is
such an oversight. Hell breaks loose.
Havoc.
Like it's just shit. Like there's a giant snake. There's a flying bat. It's a bunch of zombies. It's a lot going on. There's these weird. The people that were the scariest were like the people with the white mask, and they were just going and setting people on fire. I was like,
you know why that's scary? Because it's based in realism. Somebody could go down the street wearing that mask. I'm not gonna see no big ass anaconda, out by the pool. That's why it's scary. It's based in real. Well, excuse the fuck out of me. I forgot. You only like land creatures, not sea creatures. Yes. I'll let you know next time a megalodon comes on screen. Shoot, make me sick. So we do get a megalodon. Well, we get a man shark. And I would love to see that movie. One of my favorite movies that I'm adding to this list, and I don't care what you say, is called Mansquito.
Ew.
Is that like a sci-fi of the week feature?
Sci-fi original, baby, and I know it came out like 1996, but I love like monster human hybrids. I love those type of movies. Those, yes. But we see, like you said, we see a shark man and Hadley. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's not. We don't even
that's
say
his
name now.
That's his name.
Oh, Hadley, who was one of the main antagonists, doing the bidding and all that stuff. Who actually wanted the merman to come and kill them. And I don't see how that merman could have worked for killing all those kids.
Maybe they would have had to go into the
terrible movie.
Well, maybe they would have had to go into the water because I mean him walking like sliding with the.
Yeah, they wouldn't. That's just been terrible. But he died by him, and then Dana accidentally stabs the other guard, and then they make it to Imhotep's temple.
Don't do Imhotep like that.
He really was a tragic character because he did all this for.
I think about it all the time. Think for a bitch that didn't want him.
Like crazy. I brought you back to life twice, ho.
I would have ruled the world with him.
Because really,
I would if he was cute. He was
because
cute.
really, she died first. He could have just went on with his life, but he died trying to resurrect her, and then he resurrected her twice, and she said, "Nah, bruh, that ain't for
No.
me."
I mean, she ran.
And then you died 5
she
seconds later with your
sprinted.
dumb ass.
I can't even watch that movie. I fast forward that every time. She made me so mad. Oh, I'm so angry. Oh, just thinking about it. Oof. But we find out that we see the facilities director. She comes out and she explains to them that we have an annual. Oh, right, sorry, it is an annual sacrifice rituals that are held worldwide to appease the ancient ones. Do we find out who the ancient ones are? No, but there's somebody.
They're ancient gods.
Okay, yeah. And each region has its own ritual. For the American ritual, we have the 5 archetypes: the whore, which was Jules; the athlete, which was Kurt; the scholar, Holden; the fool, Marty; and the virgin, Dana. And Dana's like, virgin?
I got blowed out last week. She said, "We work with what we got, girl. You're nice. You're a nice little girl."
And the order, it doesn't matter how they die. The order is arbitrary, as long as the whore dies first and the virgin dies last or survives. So if Marty wouldn't have died, or if Marty would have died, we'd have been fine.
Yeah.
She could have walked away from all of this. That's the crazy part. But all right, well, moving on.
So she she's like, all right, well, look, one person has to die and then the whole world will be saved or everyone will die. So of course Dana falls for the bullshit because it's Sigourney Weaver, and she starts putting a gun.
Well, wouldn't you? Was Sigourney? Wouldn't you?
Yes.
I mean,
I enjoy her.
When she strayed me wrong.
Especially in Heartbreakers. I enjoy her a lot.
Please go to hell.
I love that movie. I love that movie.
I'm trying to think. Has she ever led us wrong? No, because in the Divergent series, was that her?
Nobody finished those.
Well, because they didn't finish them. They didn't finish them.
Oh. What? Oh.
Remember that? Yeah, they were supposed
I
to come
skipped
out.
through.
They were supposed to come out with another one, but then they were like, they were going to do a TV series because the movies wasn't hitting. They weren't making the money back.
Up with their lead character. That girl is a bore.
Yeah.
She's just boring. I don't think the role was. We needed somebody a little bit more exciting. That's all. Jennifer Lawrence was pretty boring in the Hunger Games too, but she had a likability about her. We just needed a little bit more.
No,
because we wanted her to. Well, no. Let me take that back. Jennifer Lawrence's was based on revenge. So that's why she was as stoic as she was, because she was like, I'm about to get y'all. Y'all killed my friend. Y'all killed Ruth. What's the...
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was.
Oh, what, isn't it Two Fingers? Oh, like this.
Oh. I did everything. I did Star Trek. I thought I was in here throwing gang signs, but yes, I think because even just watching that, I was like, I like everybody else on this screen but her in the Divergent series, and I hated that for her. I hated it.
She's not like doing anything else though.
They should just redo them. They should just completely scrap that and just redo it.
No, TV series, and no more movies. TV series. Yeah.
Okay, that could work.
Started off as a TV series. There we go.
Just recast everybody.
It's a great idea.
I would keep Triss. I keep Theo's character.
Like Maze Runner.
Of course you would.
I stopped watching Maze Runner. I got bored.
Oh, I forgot about Maze Runner.
See?
It got bored by the third one. It did.
Why were there 3?
I didn't make it to the third one because the second one I was
by the third one, it felt like they were going in circles. They lost the plot.
I think with certain books you need to just do series because
in that character, that main character, what's his name? He plays Styles in Teen Wolf.
I know his name is Dylan O'Brien. That's all. I don't know.
He's great. I like him. I like him as an actor, but they just didn't give him the material. Look at the material; it wasn't good.
Yeah,
he was good in the first one. The third one was just like,
okay, but we've steered off. We steered off course. Let's get back to Cabin in the Woods. My bad.
It's okay. So while she's putting the gun up to Marty because she done fell for the Kool-Aid, she's drinking the Kool-Aid. A werewolf come behind. She's like, I'm sorry, Marty. He like, yeah, me too, bitch. And that werewolf start gnawing on her like it's the last bone in the building. And so she drops the gun. So then Sigourney and Marty start fighting. And she whipping his ass. I don't understand how you disembowel a zombie, but she's whipping your ass. Because she's knocking the shit out of him. In heels.
The weed ran out.
Which explains, so apparently the reason Marty was never fooled by any of their little devices is because whatever weed he was smoking was making him immune to it. So that's why Marty has always been up here, even though he has been high. okay. But yeah, Marty getting his ass whipped, Dana getting her ass gnawed on, and then they get the gun and they shoot the werewolf. So the werewolf runs off, and then Sigourney's about to kill old Marty. Here come Patience been following them this whole time. Patience come and stab Sigourney in the head with an axe, and then they push her over into the abyss. So what's the time to do now? Time to smoke some weed. So Marty roll up a doobie. Dana like, I'm sorry, I almost tried to kill you. Like, oh yeah, me too. He's like, oh yeah, well, so about those guys, it'd be cool to see them. So sun rises in about 8 minutes. 8 minutes comes, the ground starts shaking, and boom, we see a giant hand come up, and the world ends because Marty didn't want to kill himself.
It's always one.
That's
always one.
I was fine with that ending because if we're gonna go, if we all go, like 0 people survive, sure, why not? There's no more famine. There's no more racism. No kids are being harmed anymore. No people.
Oh no, somebody's gonna get harmed. Somebody will.
Not if we all go at the same time. If I have a guarantee that the earth will just go, boing, do it.
Every time there's always somebody who done built some bunker. I don't know. This is always
I'm talking about the earth. Like the earth crumbles to a size of this big. Let's go over our rating systems. Of course, I do not have them in front of me.
Okay.
So 5 is going to be the best, and for 5, this is something you'd watch it annually. It was that good. You watch it more than once. 4 would watch without bathroom breaks. 3 would watch but also scroll on your phone. 2 would fast forward to get to the end, and 1 never again. 4 for me.
Okay.
I thought it was. I enjoyed it. I liked it. It was fine to watch it again. I'd only seen it one other time, but it was perfectly fine watching it again. I had no problem. CGI was a little wonky, but I mean, it's a product of its time. It's a product of its time. We can't really judge that. It was 2000. It was 14 years ago, which is crazy to say out loud.
Jesus.
No, don't.
Right, exactly. Sorry. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I'll definitely do it again. Jaela, what about you?
I give it a 3.5 to 4. I liked it. It was just one of those movies where it's just like the one person telling y'all, like, hey, pay attention. Everybody's like, yeah, no, he's tripping. He's high. But you got to believe those high characters. Sometimes the weed might just be the right kind of weed.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Which this was.
So, yeah. Because even when they said, like, we chemicalized that weed, it was still like, yeah. This still weed, not weed enough. It wasn't weed enough the way they wanted to.
That was that high weed.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right,
Ooh,
Pierre,
that came on the other day.
No, never watched it again. Pierre, what's it?
I'm gonna give it a 3. Because I would scroll through some part, like on my phone. So I would scroll through some parts of it, but it was a good movie.
It was just average for you.
It was.
I think what I enjoyed the most is, like I said, as somebody that yells at the screen when horror movies come on for people making stupid decisions, they were like, this is why they're making stupid decisions. So here in your face, Tiffany, don't even ask, don't say anything else about it. We've already debunked this. Don't even try it. But yeah, I liked it. But happy 420. That was Cabin in the Woods. Please come back. It is National Wish Day on April 27th. So you know what we're going to review. Duh, Wishmaster. Thanks, Jaela, for joining us. We had a great time.
Thank you so much.
Cabin in the Woods.
I hope so. It's a long Sunday for me, but I'm glad to join.
Yeah, let us know any other movies you'd like to review in the future.
No, but I want to be here when he watches the Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Blue Sea. I will put it on the calendar. We will rendezvous because he's gonna be so mad. There's a sequel that sucks, but yeah, we're not watching that. We're not watching that one. So we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.
Where did you hide it, Dan? Please be sure to send us your requests at booshakalakapodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter X, booshakalakapod. You can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Instagram at booshakalakapodcast.